Welcome back, ladies and gents, boys and girls, to the StarLadder CIS RMR Close Qualifiers. My name is Cody Casts. Joining me, as has been from the previous games, and as will be tomorrow as well, is the lovely Sir Danny. We have got another best of three for you today. The last one of today, that being between K23 and 100PingGods. But before we get into that, let's give you a quick rundown of the groups and how they currently stand. So we'll have a quick look at one of those in a couple of moments' time. While we're getting those sorted, Danny, that first game that we saw earlier on between Namiga and Xmarlian, obviously we were kind of hoping it to be a little bit closer, especially that second map, but it did end up still being a 2-0 victory to Namiga. What would be your takeaways from that game? But for people who didn't watch it, I suppose.
For me, the takeaway would be is that, of course, as always, if you guys have seen the Namiga roster in the past, you know there are a few players that are these standout individuals. That is, of course, Lollipop. That is, of course, J.O. And Ida's Balance as well has been a somewhat impactful piece in the Namiga puzzle, but he was somewhat more quiet heading into this best of three. But the exciting thing was Box. Obviously, Box is known for some of the aggressive plays he can take, and that previous best of three was just prime Box territory. He was playing really good on Dust2, going for those aggressive plays in middle, in the lower tunnels, but he also did the exact same thing on Mirage as well. He continued on playing aggressive, perhaps maybe not on the same level of success, but he would have his moments of brilliance. On the T side in particular, he was able to shine and acquire a lot of important openings and just being a solid player all throughout. So Box being able to step up allowed Namiga to push through the finish line at the very end. Though for Xmarlian, it wasn't that they played poor CS. I'd say in the second map, we finally saw somewhat of a redemption there from Xmarlian, right? They actually started playing some really good CS. It was just on the first map of Dust2, it felt like the roster just wasn't playing to its full strength.
No, 100%. I feel like it took them a little bit of time to get going, and that was unfortunately their downfall. Of course, as we've been talking about this, you've been seeing the groups sliding by in the background. Just to give you a quick rundown of those if you did miss them. Entropic and Namiga, of course, they both won their games fairly consistently, and they moved through to tomorrow's winner match in Group A. That means that Xmarlian and Khan, of course, move into that elimination match. So one of them will be leaving us tomorrow, of course, in Group A. We haven't seen any Group B games as of yet, as that's what we're going to be starting off with now. K23 versus 100PingGods. That's what we've got on our side of the things. And over on the other stream, there's Esports Cov Kiev and Fours play up against each other. But stick over with us, because we're fun as well. Picks and bans come on in. It's Vertigo and Nuke getting banned out straight away, with 100PingGods getting their favourite map picked in their back pocket. Dust2 picked up 75% win rate for them right now on this map.
For sure, inside of 100PG, going for the map pick of Dust2 just seems to make sense, doesn't it? Though it's not like K23 are, strangers on the map of Dust2 themselves. They've played it, that's for sure. And they have experience on it as well. So for 100PG to go for this pick, I believe I've seen them in some other best of threes as well. It just seems to be one of the picks they tend to go for, so it does make sense for them. Though again, if you're a team that's going for the map pick there of Dust2, you're probably not going to have a lot of versatility. The reason being is that it is somewhat of a more simplistic map, which is something you can't really say about the map of Overpass. It definitely has more depth.
So this is the funny thing. This best of three is the exact same maps as what these two teams played up against each other in March. The exact same rosters, nothing's changed there. It was Overpass first, then Dust2, then Inferno. But this time around, we're seeing Dust2, Overpass, then Inferno. Picks the same way. K23 picking Overpass, 100PingGods picking Dust2. That was in the Snowsuit Snows 3 regional tournament. It was a flat 2-0 to K23, 16-8 and a 16-5 on Overpass and Dust2 respectively. So I'm not a huge fan of this pick and ban phase for 100PingGods. They've been beaten in this situation before. Change something up. I appreciate that you guys like playing Dust2, and it's certainly not one of the best maps for K23. However, when it's not their best map and they've still played you and beat you against it, Clearly, that means something needs to change. Of course, it's been 3 months since then. There's been some developments, but also since then, 100PingGods have been on a, what was it, a 7-game best-of-3 loss streak?
Something like that, really.
Yeah.
They just haven't really won anything, really. They had a really bad run of form not that long ago. But I'd say the more dangerous fact heading into this best of 3 is that there's probably, on the side of 100PG, if you're going against K23, local rivals as well, there's probably the mental factor as well that, okay, these guys just seem to be a bit better than us. They've already played 3 best of 3s in total, these 2 rosters in particular. And I believe of the 2 times, actually 2 times they've been won by K23. And I think both of them were 2-0 victories on the side of K23. So there's definitely some history between the 2 teams. But again, as I wanted to point out when we were talking about Dust2, once we saw the map pick of Dust2, is that it's a map that doesn't really have a lot of tactical depth. If there's one thing you're going to rely on if you're 100PG, it's the aim factor. And you're going against K23 that, fair enough, that is also a team with some capable aimers. I'd say if you're 100PG, that seems to be the one map in which you probably won't have an easy affair as you may think.
I would argue that would be one of the maps you would avoid. Dust2 is very fight-centric. You see maps like Mirage and Inferno, which can turn into that, but they are usually deviated by utility usage to be able to cut off sites and that sort of play, whereas Dust2, yeah, it can be done, it can be turned into that sort of map, but only if both sides are playing for it. Usually one side's playing for, hey, we're just going to push and get some kills, or hold long angles and get some kills, and the other side has to adapt and be like, oh, okay, well, our utilities isn't working, we just need to play Puggy, essentially, and just go for the angels. This essentially now comes down to who can outfrag the other. Is it going to be 100PingGods or is it going to be K23? History tells us K23. In the last, what would be year, essentially, that these guys have played against each other, 100PingGods have only won 1 map against them, and that was Mirage, a 16-10 back at the Attel Cyber Games Season 2. So that was in September of last year. So that is a hell of a long time ago for you to only be able to win 1 game in a best of 3 against a team you're going up against and pick the exact same maps. I think this is a misplay from 100PingGods. I hope they can prove me wrong and make it more competitive, but I feel like early prediction, K23 are going to be able to take this 2-0. What are you thinking, Danny? Similar sort of vein, or are you thinking something different?
I'll probably have to go with K23 on this one, for sure, heading into this best of 3. Looking at the maps as well, though, perhaps there is that upset factor potential, because even though K23 does seem to be the better team in terms of ranking, in terms of recent performances, I would say probably this is going to be the best of 3 in which, yes, it will be a victory for K23, but I somewhat think that it might just be a 2-1 victory. Something tells me that 100PG may have just what it takes to steal away the 1 map.
Okay, so Danny thinking we're going to be going to Inferno. I'm in the situation of, you know what, it's probably going to be a quick 2-0. Either way, we're both thinking K23 are going to be able to take this. Let us know what you think, guys, inside of the chat. Make sure you take advantage of the predictions, which I know our lovely admins are running as well when you sell some channel points. It's always a little bit spicy to get involved with. I'm looking forward to this game. Of course, some history between these 2 teams regarding the Epic League RMR that happened a few months ago. The first RMR for CIS. Of course, K23, they're currently, I think they've got 950 RMR points in total now, which puts them pretty high up the table, all things considered. 100PingGods were not able to win a map when they got into the main event. Not a good sign. Entropic, 1 win, and in-game were the 3 teams they played up against. They got 3-0'd and weren't able to secure anything, really. There wasn't a close affair, so to speak. The closest they've been at I'd say, high competitive level recently was in FunSpark Ulti, where they came 9th in total, going 2-3. They beat Hafu and AGO, and they got knocked out by Entropic, who were also in this event. That was a 2-1 loss. But they were able to win that first map of, believe it or not, Dust2. It's a 16-6 victory, a strong showing against a side like Entropic. Then Entropic very quickly put them back in their place, and then 16-4'd them on the other 2 maps. So it's it seems like 100PingGods might have momentum issues, at least if we look at the stats. But either way, the map is going to be underway very, very soon. Well, incredibly soon, as a matter of fact. We've already kicked it off. It's K23 on their opponent's map pick on the CT side, looking for these early picks. Sorrow and Co. inside of long, hoping to find an opening here. Sorrow going to be the first person to swing on through, but it's quite slow, quite passive from K23 right now. No main presence out long.
They did go for the early peek towards short. Not spotting out a single player, though, but also gathering some valuable information. Looking at 100PG, though, looks like they're going to move in, though Iceman just showing off his weapon. Not really going for a ballsy peek just yet, but there we go. Smoke grenade now being deployed here. Some more utility on the side of 100PG, and Norbert, he's in a prime position. This is such a good spot. He can't throw a Molotov, and Norbert, oh, he's going to rack up all the kills as he gets himself 3. That will slow down the push. That will stop the push in its entirety.
Oh,
Visura,
wow.
Nice response on 1, but yeah, it is going to be Lonesome Duke remaining in the 1v3. It's Norbert already racking him up. Those 4 kills, perhaps. Gonna try to go for the ace. Might as well as Lonesome Duke. Doesn't seem like he's gonna stand a chance. It is gonna be Adren to take that away.
No ace for you, Norbert. Adren wants some kills now, but what a performance. Great patience to hold in the angle, and yeah, 100PingGods just weren't ready for it. Look at this peek. Spots out 1, spots out 2, finds the 3rd, sees the 4th as well, and well, it's just a couple of bullets, all that's going to be needed. That is world class from him. Great patience, great accuracy. And a 4K to start off the game. Exactly what you need. Scout versus Scout now inside a mid, and well, there's damage on some Moat. Nothing particularly major that he needs to be worried about. These deagles surrounding the Scout, though, could turn any small bit of damage into something lethal. Nade stack into lower tunnels. Not going to deal any damage to Duke. He is going to be safe for now. Close range for Neelan and Duke, as a matter of fact. Are they going to run into each other? I don't think so right now. Pound slows down a little bit for the T side. There's a minute and 15 on the clock. How's this going to develop?
Well, for 100PG, the great thing is that utility, they still have some. It's not a lot, though. It's Winter with a smoke grenade that has actually already made his way very close by the A side. Interestingly enough, Neelan is going to take a very big tag. I'd say for Mo and Neelan, you have to be very careful. Fame up close with the MP9. Norbert losing his life to Winter. That's a nice pickup. That could allow 100PG to cross safely on the site. And there's not really a lot of counter utility on the side of K23. So yes, 100PG, that bomb is getting planted. And as on the side of K23, they're going to go for the retake, but they don't have the best weapons. It's just the SMG.
Ben going to swing very quickly, looking for some heads. Wow, finds Winter. Great angle to be able to take him down. Looking for a couple more here as well. From range, Adren, 1D down by Iceman. And this is all turned the way of 100PingGods. It looked like K23 had the full advantage into the half, well, into the round until that bomb got planted. 100PingGods said, nah, don't worry about that. We're still firmly in this round. Now 1-1. Great force by... And it turns into a round for them.
Oh, that's a massive pickup from 100PG. And it also, looking at the minimap, looked like a very hectic round. We didn't really see the players, cohesively moving towards one bomb side. They were just spread out all over the map, looking for potential frags. And luckily for them, the A bomb side was the right choice. Sorrow, though, good pick up early on here on Adren. That opens up not just long, but also the A-bomb site. And the players towards short could potentially retreat and just hold on the A-bomb site. But instead, something tells me they may even consider going forward, potentially taking the forward position to go in for a bit of a flank. But instead, 100PG, they're rotating back towards long. All the players, in fact, from 100PG, or at least 4 of them, will be in this position. They seem to be aware what kind of purchase they're going up against, and with Smiley securing the frag here, and Norbert, you can see 100PG gonna pick up the pace.
Very close, even though we're only in round number 3. been some retaliation from both sides here, but 100PG, they are essentially in a position to just build economy. No one's died. No one's taken damage, even. There's a lot of... Well, the second I say that, Mo gets a kill, taking down Duke. But I think that might be the only former casualty that 100PG actually take here. Sorrow looking for some form of cat control down short. Is he going to be able to spot anyone? Nope. They're all inside a T-spawn. Winter has an inkling, but I don't think he's too keen to be aggressive. Bomb is going to go off. It's going to be a second round for 100PingGods. That economy is going to start building for that T side. Same can't really be said for the CTs. They're going to be on an eco round moving into round number 4. Usually, where they'd be buying up the full rifles, but of course forcing into that third. Certainly not help them out.
No, I'd say if you're K23, just eco this one out. And it's not like you're coming into this round completely butt naked. You still have the weapons at your disposal. The one scout here in the hands of Mo, Neelan and Fame still have some of their weapons, so they can still pack a punch, or at the very least, pick up a frag or two. As we see 100PG, definitely keeping up the pace here. Winter moving in. That's going to be Neelan out of the equation. More flashes running over long. They have loads of utility here. The Molotovs, the HE grenades, all of it being used to clear out the car position. And I'd say if you're 100PG, you already have the early frag. This is where you can slow things down. You don't have to commit because, well, I wanted to say there's Mo on the other side, but there's also Smiley picking up a frag.
Yeah, great shot there. Smiley just finding head off the head off the head. Very clean kills from him. Now just leaving Fame in a 1 versus 4. He's found one of the kills so far. Does get swung upon, dropped down to 28 HP, but still in contention to do some damage here. Smoke goes down. I think he's just going to be retreating after that bomb gets planted. No kit. No more utility bar that smoke. Ooh, spotted someone on the cross as well. Sorrow knows he's inside a T-spawn. This is going to be hard for Fame to actually be able to hold here. He's going to be looking for some exits. Spots the head of a couple of them, but one bullet to the chest is all just going to take him down. Or not. Apparently, he can deal chip damage to 2, but not enough to convert those frags. It's a third round for 100PingGods. It's a great start from them, considering how the pistol went.
Yeah, really nice stuff right now. K23, they finally have just enough to get that investment going. Though it's not going to be the best one out there. Still lacking in terms of utility, just a little bit. Nice to see the weapons out. And no defuse kits. If it comes down to the retake, that's going to be difficult. But for Smiley, that's an easy shot. Early damage inflicted on a Dren. Not going to give them anything just yet, though in the nearby future. If it comes down to the B-execute, being a Dren just on 30 points of health could really open up the bomb site just a tad bit quicker. Duke Visura deploying the smoke grenade as well, making sure that the players of K23 do not have any vision towards middle, making sure that if they try to peek out, they wouldn't see a damn thing apart from the smoke grenade. And so far, I mean, this is a slower round here from 100PG. Right about now, the players are getting in position here towards short, and they could finally set up for those smoke grenades.
Neelan waiting for this peek inside a mid. Well, there's Winter. There's Iceman. Smiley, you going to push through as well? Don't need to. Adren's going to spam you through the wall and still find the kill. Great hold here inside a mid. And, well, the second that the smoke dissipates, it would seem, the push is attempted by 100PG, and then it all falls apart. Sorrow, AWP at your feet. Might want to recover that for the next round if you're going to be calling it here and then, but Duke? Unsure where to peek. Mo could swing here. To be honest with you, you could push and get a knife kill if you really wanted to. Has no information that Duke's push up this hard. And they have no clue that Mo's here either. And yeah, look at that. Headshot taken down. Duke for sure. He's going to be able to turn around, hit that clean kill onto Mo. Now what else is there to find? 3 more heads for Duke. No utility available. Has to play this smooth. Has to play this smart. There's an AWP at range. There's a there's a scope on short. Just isn't going to be enough. It's all falling apart. Bomb goes down. We do see a recovery here by K23.
Yeah, I mean, the one big problem right now, especially in that scenario, the 1 versus 3, there are free players you have to go up against, so there's really not going to be an angle you can take in which you should be not expecting a player, because there could be someone coming in from long, there could be someone coming in from CT as well as short. So even though you may be holding the position of short, of course the long player comes in and you're a goner. You just can't hold those two positions at the same time. K23, that's a good round from them, but I would say there was some sloppiness involved from 100PG. We saw the mid push and it was awkward. The players just peeking out dry, not using any utility in terms of flashbangs or even the Molotovs, really puts them at a disadvantageous position, and no wonder they don't really find any success.
A single flash from 100PingGods on long has essentially just dissolved any form of aggression they were holding there. Mo going to be able to find that opening kill. Molly goes down after he chips some damage. Looking to see if he can spot ahead of a rotating player after that smokes go down into CT, but there's nobody home. Still undecided at 100PG where they want to go. There's opportunities on both sides. Or B than A, but they are yet to know that. They've got no presence towards B other than what was Winter there a few minutes ago. Neelan going to be holding mid once again. Yeah.
Once again, just keeping a close eye on things, as in the case of Neelan with the M4A4, just ready and waiting. Though, of course, he could get very easily smoked off from this position as well.
Yeah. I mean, he had a famous last round holding a similar angle. Now he's got an M4. It's a bit of an upgrade. Are they going to clear him? Or are they going to let him swing and get another 2K? There's one. Flash soon. Might be able to find himself a second. There it is. There's a flash. Is he going to be able to find the AWP? No, he's not. But the B site completely open now. They need to make a push. Remember, as I said earlier, the B bomb site of Dust2, statistically the hardest bomb site to retake. But they have that man advantage, and now they've got a two-man advantage as well, because Norbert's been able to take down Smiley, make that a three-man. Sorrow, with 28 HP to his name, 4 angles to hold. I think this is a hard site to keep hold of, let alone retake. Now 3-3.
Nice one here from K23. Very good retake on the B-bomb side. It's never easy, especially even if you do have the advantageous position of having 4 players. But in the case of 100PG, we noticed that the players were spread out somewhat thin, and so they weren't really playing on the side itself, allowing for K23 to eliminate them one by one. And from there on out, it becomes a lot easier to take presence of the bomb site and eventually to secure victory, and what an impactful victory as well. Look at the economy right now for 100PG. It has been shattered. Oh. It's just the one AK-47 here in the hands of Winter. Mo going for a bit of a peek there towards middle. I'd say this is one of the rounds where you probably don't want to try and go for those peaks, because look how dangerous and close 100PG are getting towards double doors.
They've actually committed quite hard into this. I mean, they've got that AK on Winter because he had some excess money, but everyone's got some form of upgraded weapon with the exception of Smiley, and tons of utility. They're really trying in this round, and, well, a long angle here being held by Mo. Smoke goes in. He's still just going to hold stoic. Just waiting for that swing to happen. Another flash comes through. He spots out one of them, takes him down, even though he's completely blind. Neelan on the side now. The flash was perfect from Norbert there, allowing Neelan to pick up 2. Oh, a lovely shot from Mo through the box as well. The nade did the initial damage, gave the information needed. And it is a 2-man show on this A site. Neelan and Mo doing the work. A completely clean round for K23. All 5 players staying alive. All 5 players are 100 HP. You rarely see those anymore.
I mean, it's stellar. Absolutely is for K23, but this is one problem right now for 100PG. This is the map of Dust2. Now, you may be comfortable on this map. Your players may be comfortable on it as well, but if you start running low on your playbook, what do you do then? There's not a lot of innovation for on-the-fly strategies in a map like Dust2, so you better come in prepared. And right now, it looks like the chef is serving something hot here in long, because it is going to be a fast play, but also look at Neelan's positioning. He's moved up very aggressively towards top mid, and well, no one on the side of 100PG is aware of the play. In fact, someone may have given a quick glance towards this position. They thought, okay, no one's pushing in. Oh, this is just perfect from Nealon.
That's worked out so well. They push into double doors. Now Leland's inside a T-spawn. They're not going to expect him to be this far around. I'm pretty confident he doesn't take this initial kill. Or he does, never mind. He doesn't want to be patient. He just wants the frag. Spots out the second one as well. Bomb has been dropped, so he doesn't get that information at least. Still that small inkling that could say, hey, this is B. We've only seen 2 people so far, but Adren's pretty confident. It has been called. Stack up on the A site. Here comes your going to be down from Adren as well to be able to block off long control. 50 seconds on the clock. Norbert just holding on the site. Small little gap for him to be able to take advantage of. As we can see in the side-by-side, here comes the push. Norbert lines up one. Mouth finds the other one. Anything else to be able to pick up on long? No, not for the CT side anyway. Smiley finds one more. Oh, Nealon. They forgot about him during the just chaos that was ensuing. And he lurks all the way around with a couple of bullets, closes out the round. K23. It took them a couple of rounds to get going, but they're definitely in the driver's seat now.
I mean, he was the linchpin, wasn't he? I mean, we saw initially him go for the mid push, and I actually thought that he's going to move in just a little bit quicker in that position, potentially being the first man of contact, but instead he just waits for his teammates to hold on the A-bomb site, and then once his services are necessary, he's going to move in and secure the last frag. So very well done here by Nealon. As 100PG, that definitely leaves a big dent on their economy, barely anything to work with. Nealon's gonna check in that Molotov for good measure. Adren could be feeling the pressure. Ooh. Duke Visura.
Are you okay, Duke? Is everything okay? Because you're popping off right now, my guy. He's picked up 3 kills, all 3 of them in headshots. 2 of them with the Deagle, 1 with the AK recovered as well. There's an AWP available if he really wants to push that far, but there's no need. The B site has already been gained, and this is all at the hands of one man, the man named Duke Visura. Hell of a round from him to secure a 4th 100PingGods. This round's over. Norbert, Nealon, run for the hills. No need to even try and take contact plays here, but he's still going to try it. Spots out Sorrow, recovered AWP, sorry. Who cares about that? Takes one down. Iceman on the corner. He knows you're there. Peekaboo. Taps him down, but not going to be enough. Norbert, no information being given up right now. He's just looking for legs. Anyone want to get aggressive? There's Iceman taken down, but Duke Visura finds another headshot. It's 4 kills, 4 headshots for Duke as he clutches the 4th round. 100PingGods.
I'd give him the crown. After a MVP performance of that previous round, he saves his team and gives him a massive advantage. Oh, this is just unbelievable. Last kill as well, great way to finish things off, but these initial 2 frags, I mean, it's insane what Duke managed to accomplish there.
Well, he doesn't know that Adren's there. Adren's not giving up any information whatsoever. He's just ready for the maybe thought of someone being there, and he reads it to absolute perfection. Norbert going to be opening up the round this time and ensuring that, well, the problem child of Duke has been dealt with. He's been put into the naughty corner for a few minutes. There is no more frags for him to find in this round. Taken down before it really even starts.
Oh, this is not a good start for 100PG. We saw the previous efforts from Duke quite literally saving 100PG, but right now, Duke is out of the picture. It's up to his peons to try and secure the victory in this round. With a 4 versus 5, it's going to be quite difficult. Winter is low in HP, and this one potentially still deal some damage with his 47, or perhaps Sorrow. But 55 seconds, though. Oh, that's going to be a massive pickup, though. Smiley eliminates Mo out of the picture. Mid-control in the hands of 100PG.
Just Fame. He's been anchored down on this B site round after round, and he's going to be peeking into the AWP. He continues the laser beam spam to take down all 3, along with the bomb as well, leaving Sorrow in a 1 versus 4, and no chance in hell was that happening. What a great hold that was from Fame. He doesn't want Duke Visura getting all of the, well, fame, so to speak. He wants to be involved with it as well. Look at that. Lines up on the AWP. That could have been a completely different story if Smiley hits that opening shot, but Fame was ready and waiting for him. 2 shots into the head, takes him out of the round, and ensures that the B site, his domain, stays safe another day.
Just goes to show how powerful the plateau position can be.
Oh, yes.
Smiley, though,
Oh!
so good. The flashbang comes in. He's blind as a bat, but still gets the job done. 1 minute and 38 seconds and already an opening going the way of 100PG. It's been quite a while since we've seen an opening and a second one to boot. This is perfect for 100PG. If they can somehow get another one, that's going to be the end of this round. Smiley securing yet a second one. Forget tactics. It's bullets that are doing all the talking.
On his own. It's going to be an AWP versus AWP battle here. The round is over. Is he even going to try for the fight? Well, he didn't want to. The fight came to him. Duke ensured that he was not going to be saving that big green gun and taking it through to the next round. Look at this force, though. From K23. Sharing the love here. An AWP has been dropped over to Mo, and that ensures that the round is still going to be competitive. 100PingGods are not going to get a 3-round. Spam here from Norbert. What can he find? A couple of bullets into the wall behind the opponents, but no actual damage, it would seem. Lots of presence out long. That's all we're seeing right now for 100PingGods. Go on, Danny.
100PG right now, just long control. I mean, it's standard practice on a map like Dust2. And in the case of 100PG, we can see the players are getting dangerously close towards the side. Norbert seems to have an idea that there's someone in long, but he has no idea how many of the players are getting close. There's a pretty massive gap in the smoke as well. The flashbang can come in, and Norbert, he can deal so much damage if he saw anything. But he doesn't see a damn thing, and 100PG moving into sight. Oh! Getting himself 2 massive frags. That's going to slow down the advancement even further, but even though Smiley is on the side, he's waiting for Duke to get in position.
You know someone's on this site. He has a feeling. Feels it in his bones. They're chittering, they're cracking. Needham is then found. Adrent inside of elevator. Oh, he tries for the spam. It's not going to work today, though. Probably a boost up elevator right now, or not. Smiley's still going to be on the site. Spots out Adren. Head taken off his shoulders. Looking for another one here as well. The AWPs in this round have done so much damage. Fame, off angle, boom, dead. Goodbye, Smiley.
Oh my, what a hectic round here from K23, but the fact was that 100PG, they get onto the bomb site. That's already impressive, but the fact that it comes down to the potential victory here for 100PG, if they've somehow might have won the clutch, but this is very peculiar because we can see Mo in a prime position. The fact is the players from 100PG, before committing the A bomb site, they actually go in for that push through the smoke. Now, it may seem like a very weird decision to make, but at the same time, if there's the players on short who are so focused on the A bomb site, not aware of such a play, imagine the damage that could be inflicted. It's just that with 100PG, they had to go up against Mo, who is currently having a tremendous run of form, as Norbert is here to back him up.
Speaking about tremendous, Norbert, off the back of the amazing pistol round that he had, just continued that form for the rest of the game as well. And this is something, that pistol round has single-handedly cost 100PingGods tons of money, because every single round now, they are Molotoving car. No matter what happens, if they're going long, they molly car, they nade car. It will happen consistently. It's hurt them once, and they will never let it happen again. And it is wasting utility time and time again. Norbert hasn't played car since that pistol round. I don't think anyone has. The only time we've seen someone be there is Mo, when there was no information long and he was standing on top of the thing. I mean, it's kind of pointless clearing something when you can see him standing on top like essentially a hood ornament. Either way, push now out long, it would seem. Or at least Iceman right now is the only person to push up. Bombay is going to be there to be able to back him up as well. Neeland just going to be holding up catwalk, looking for that second peak, and it's just not going to happen. Sorry. Picked up another Iceman. Nice little spray there. No information about the secondary player inside of CT. Smiley finds that one, though, in the form of Mo. Now on a 2 versus 3. Adren on the lurk. Oh, timing was perfect. Taking down Sorrow with his trousers firmly around his ankles. Now on a 1 versus 2 as Iceman takes down Fame. Is Adren going to put his years of experience to the test, or is he going to be saving here? No, great movement. Spams onto the car, spots out the head of Iceman. Now in a 1 versus 1, Smiley on 53 HP. The years of experience come to show. What a round from Adren that was. Positioning great, utility usage perfect. An 8th and securing the first half for K23.
Cody, I'm sure you meant what he's going to do is going to save the round, because that is exactly what Adren accomplished. What a beautiful round here from the veteran player, the 1v2. And also a very ballsy maneuver. Frozen the flashbang, doesn't go for the straight up peek towards short. Instead, he challenges the players here. And something tells me that Iceman was perhaps hoping for Smiley to move in for the peek, but instead, some miscommunication, perhaps lack of team cohesion on the side of 100PG. Thus, K23, massive victory. 8-5 right now. That is a very big scoreline. And look at Adren go. He's going for more. As he gets another kill early on.
Pure confidence. That's all it is. Off the back of the momentum he had from finding those 2 final frags in the round, he wants to ensure that 100PingGods know that he will not let up. He will continue pushing. He will continue making your life hell until the game is over. And then he'll probably be a lovely guy. Never met him. Don't know. I'm sure he's great out the server. But on the server, he's hectic. And 100PingGods don't need that right now. Fame, holding on the off angle. Winter's going to clear it though. Yeah, spots him. Left shoulder peak does not work out to his advantage. Adren though, hiding, waiting. Mo to be able to back him up. High flash behind him. Adren's been spotted out. Even though they're completely blind, they're still able to find the kill on him. Mo picks up 1 more. Anyone else you want some damage? Winter's on 11 HP. He's looking for 3 kills. I don't think he's even going to get 1 of them. Tapped in the back by Norbert. It's a 9th round for K23.
Nice pickup once again here for the CT side. And I mean, you can see there's definitely confidence for K23. There's no doubt about it. We saw the peak coming in from Adren in middle as well. And that was a peak in which you can definitely see that he didn't really have a backup plan. He was just hoping, right, I'm just going to go for the peak. What happens next? Not really thinking about it, but he goes in, gets the frag, then lingers a little bit about there in middle, and finally still retreats with his life intact. Otherwise, if there would have been a better setup from 100PG, he could have been easily punished. That could have been a 4v4, but 100PG eventually just go for the hit on the B-bomb set, and finding a lot of success there. And Mo, finally, he's been neutralized. His vision, not really see much. That's going to allow 100PG to at least secure short control, but what do you do then? Short control is in your hands, 100PG, but there's just that 1 round remaining here in the first half.
Nealon's just peeking behind the box, seeing what sort of information he can find. Smoke goes down to be able to stop the push. I think they're pretty confident that this is a push this way around. Up towards Cap. Nealon looking for any small bit of angle that he can find, any bit of information he can scrape away from his opponent. Hiding back by Goose. And 100PingGods don't know how to approach this site right now. They are wiltering when it comes down to utility. A couple of smokes, but if K23 can hold them off, those smokes are fade and not going to be any use. Well, they jump straight down into CT. There's control in elevator from Iceman, but Nealon's on the site spraying down too. Duke and Winter out of the round. Nealon does fall, succumbs to his original injuries. Now in a 3 versus 3. The weapon advantage, though, heavily in K23's favor. Norbert going to be peeking, finds Iceman once again. There's no AWP recovered right now. There's only an AK. And now on M4 for Smiley. Rifles that could turn the tide of the battle. Head for Adren being spotted. Going to be looking for a couple more kills here. He is going to get spammed down by Smiley. Not out of the round yet, though. Continuing for some form of wallbang damage. He spots out both of them. Trying to find the kill. Gets him with the last bullet in the clip. Now on a 1 versus 2. He's glocking them down. Takes Adren out, but Norbert says, no, you're not taking me down with him. It's 10-5, the end of the first half. K23, hell of a half for them.
A stellar half, if I'm being honest. Initially, yes, they win the pistol round. That's great and all, but we saw somewhat of a redemption there from 100PG. They pick up the 3 rounds in a row, but from there on out, it really has been the K23 show. They've been winning a lot of these impactful gun rounds. Sure, fair enough. Some of them have gone to the clutch, but it was K23 to win them out. And you can see definitely that experience factor really coming into play right now. Again, even though 100PG, this is their map pick, it's always quite dangerous to play a map like Dust2 as your main pick, because it's not like teams in Counter-Strike don't really know how to play Dust2. They may not feel that comfortable on it, that's for sure, but they still know the basics of it. They still can have really good performances, and right now, 4 of the members of K23, absolute stellar performance. Right now, 100PG have to hold on to the site. So far, so good, though. Sorrow Winter racking up kills.
Wow.
Sorrow getting the 3rd. And that's going to be the end of this round here, folks. 100PG with a massive win.
I can appreciate what K23 were trying to do there. They were trying to continue, once again, the momentum that they held from that first half, ensuring that they weren't going to allow 100PingGods to let up, but they just weren't ready for it. Minimal utility, if any at all. And look at this from Sorrow. Clean one tap, clean another one tap again, and then, oh, would you look at that? All 3 kills, all 3 one taps. There's 2 guys on that site, that was it. The rest of them were over the other side. Took 3 of them to take down a trend.
Yeah, not too shabby. Out of the side of K23, the one scout. Very interesting here from Mo.
Yeah, there's no deagle surrounding it.
Yeah, I mean, you would expect, a few deagles coming into play in the scout as well, but something tells me after the eco is over, we're going to see another scout here from Mo, and we're also going to see some kills from 100PG. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, the timing is a little bit awful, but don't worry, it's going to be a victory for 100PG, as to be expected. And now let's see the big guns here for K23, the Kalashnikovs at your disposal, as well as some of the utility that's going to be necessary if they want to commit to one of the bomb sites, or before they commit to one of the bomb sites, to acquire some map control.
I have a weird feeling that K23 are not scared to try to be bomb site. On this C side, I know a lot of sides usually don't like going for it. They prefer just the long angles of the A site and then the executes from short. B, however, oh, Duke, this could be huge. Oh, the flash. Oh, it doesn't work out. Okay, never mind. Calm, chill, reset. He gets quite a bit of team enemy damage, though. Look at that. Fame, 25 HP. Neelan, 46. Adren, 66. Puts all of these less advantageous weapons, the M4s, the FAMAS, hell, even the MP9s, into a very, very dangerous spot. Oh, look at that. Team kill. Fame, Neelan's on your side. Do not kill him. You just saved your ass by killing Sorrow. And you kill him. Just rude. Norbert going to be looking for one more inside of mid, and he does indeed close out the round. The ceremony for Neelan's funeral will be in a couple of days' time. Fame is not invited.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Though I'd say the intrusiveness from 100PG actually makes sense as well.
It does.
That was the round in which they had the SMGs. They had some SMGs, I believe, FAMAS as well. And I think on the back of it, they thought, worst case scenario, if we end up losing that round, we still have just enough to get that purchase going. So understand why they go for the aggressive plays. Definitely makes sense in that sense. Smiley, though. AWP already looking for some of the players here. Doesn't really see anything just yet. Now, the problem is, however, they go for the reinvestment here, 100PG, and as you're going to notice, there's really not a lot of utility. In fact, there's basically just the weapons, and that's it.
3 smokes can be useful, but I feel like there's too much utility on the T side, and it essentially just cancels out what the CTs really have to offer. Smiley, no frags to his name as of yet in this round. Looking to get a little bit more aggressive. I mean, he's revealed the AWP so far. So that kind of gives up that the rest of this round is indeed going to be a buy. Well, there goes Neelan. Picked up a second as well with the... Oh, it's Sorrow. Finding most of them, actually. There's a 3-man presence there, but K23 not expecting the push at all. Norbert looking to be the first person to peek this. Of course, there's an AWP to deal with in the form of Sorrow. Flash goes up. He peeks around the corner. He is going to be safe. A 3rd kill for him. Is going to be able to find a 4th in Fame. Whereas Fame going to be able to find himself 4K.
Oh, it's going to be quite difficult for Lonesome Fame. No wonder. I think the man's been starstruck. Has no friends and is the only player left standing. And with 20 seconds remaining, looks like he's going to continue on with just saving the weapon. Why not? That seems to be the appropriate choice to make. Worst case scenario, if the weapon is going to be saved, his teammates are still going to have just enough money to get that purchase going.
Counter-terrorists win.
Time ticks down. No peaks onto Fame. Have a lovely panning shot.
And to the left.
There we go.
Or to the right. Or perhaps to the left. K23. Something tells me this is going to be a simple round here, Cody. Perhaps a El Clasico. You know, the good old-fashioned Rush B as the players are moving up fast, though some of them have slowed down. I wonder if Fame is going to be the first man of contact. Looks like no, it's not going to happen. Was really hoping to see the good old Rush.
This could be lethal for Smiley. Oh, actually, they've gone for a different play. I was expecting them to just rush straight through double doors, but instead, looking to try and get some form of information down short. I mean, there is a player there. Duke is holding, but I feel like with his experience, he knows that players like peeking, that sort of stuff. Smiley, does just miss a couple of them. Mo is going to be the first person spotted, not going to be connected upon, though. Does fall back into CT with the hero AK of Fame, saved from the previous round. Not looking to get taken down in the early stages. Or does he spot him? I don't think he does. Smiley looking for that shot. Not going to connect the Deagle shot neither. A lot of whiffs in the mid right now. Norbert does get dropped down to 19 with that shot ranging through mid double doors. Fame needs to be the first person to peek, surely. Sorrow off angle here. Anyone going to clear this? Think they're going to clear Duke? Don't know about Sorrow. Oh, he falls off. He changed his mind. Make quite a lot of noise, though. I think they're going to know he's here. Duke with the spray. Connects on 2. Make it 3. Why not? Nice little trade there from Fame. The only rifle in this round for K23 finding kills. Might even try for a couple more. Takes down Sorrow from ultimate range. Is he going to be expecting the short peak? No, he was not. Iceman takes him down. 9 rounds now to 100PingGods.
And not that long ago, it was a 10-5 half. As you can see, it's definitely getting a lot closer than it probably should be. But also, this gives a chance for a team like 100PG to perhaps bounce back, because the T side didn't really look too good for them. Perhaps their strength on Dust2 isn't necessarily their offensive capabilities, but their defensive capabilities on the CT side. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we are having a tactical timeout right now, as it seems to be the right choice to make. If you're either team, really, even if you're a team like K23 who's in the lead, but that lead is not significant. It's just by the 2 rounds, 11-9. So you could very easily just slip out of your hands if 100PG end up winning this round and the upcoming one right after. Because if you end up losing this one, economy is going to be in a horrible state. You're going to have to go for the eco, and for 100PG, that's an opportunity to even up the scoreline.
Look at the kill disparity between both teams right now. Both top fraggers have 17 kills. I mean, it is incredibly level. Fame on 12, Duke for sure, and Sorrow on 13. Neelan's kind of the only outlier up on 16, but Adrian and Mo, 11 each. Winter, Iceman, 10, 9 respectively. This is a close game when it comes down to fragging potential, and this is what we were touching on in the pregame, right? Is the fact that this map is very aim-centric. There is, sure, you can turn this into a utility-heavy map, but only if both sides play into that sort of mindset. They are not. This is very much down to who can out-frag the other, and right now there is no clear winner. K23 have had a little bit more tactical tendencies, let's say, towards their approach, whereas 100PingGods, especially on that T side, just seem to be a bit more, we're going to rush in, we're going to go for attacks. But it worked. I mean, they got round. On the CT side, certainly found opportunities for that to work, and they've also been able to rein themselves in a little bit, take some time to work out what they need to do to stop any form of aggressive push from K23. K23 are only 5 rounds away from securing this game, though. First map, and then this will be the opponent's map pick as well. Remember the last time that these two guys played up against each other was on Dust2. End of that was a 16-5 to K23. So 100PingGods clearly been doing their research against what would be a local opponent, as you mentioned earlier.
The thing is, as well, whenever you're facing local opposition, there's always going to be the fact that you probably have to play them in your local pugging environment as well,
yes.
or perhaps some sort of hub. So something tells me that you definitely are aware of how your opponents play, but you also have to understand it's just individuals. On the case of K23, it's Mo with the early frag, but it's also some great cohesion on the side of K23 that something you may not be aware of just by playing them in perhaps some scrims or even just taking on the players on some sort of hub and whatnot. And well, you may be prepared for some defensive maneuvers, but you're not going to be prepared for losing the early players so quickly.
Smoke on double doors for Fame, just to be able to block the cross if they wanted to aim themselves more towards short, but instead they are just going to be situating themselves towards the B side. The first time we've seen a B approach for K23. Nade going to go in for Sorrow after his teammate finds a trade. What's he going to be able to pick up here? Not much so far. As the bomb then gets planted, there's a one-man advantage K23, and I think that one-man advantage, along with the damage already done to the 3 100PingGods players, is enough to scare them off. They do now run for the hills, ensuring that they can save all the weapons they have, because the economy on these 3 players left alive, not fantastic. Smiley will still have a buy no matter what happens with 2.1k in his back pocket. Sorrow's only got 900. Duke for Sorrow's essentially got pocket lint with $50 in his back pocket. So he needs to ensure that weapons are saved, so there's a competitive round on the horizon. 4 players surviving for K23, though. That is a strong round. Nearly the only person getting taken down. That's what I was talking about. B site is definitely an option for K23. Look at this opening pit from now. Oh, clean.
So good as well. I mean, Mo doesn't necessarily have the most amount of frags on the side of K23, but he has found impactful frags, and that's the important difference. Here you're going to notice that K23 decide to take the tactical timeout, even though it is the roster that has just won the previous round. They know how important it is to steal away this victory. If they steal away this victory here, on this round in particular, they're going to break the economy of 100PingGods. And that can change the tide of Dust2. I mean, it could quite literally go their way. So this is definitely a round they should not be fooling around with. Perhaps they're going to take a slower approach. Consider this as well. Mo is still on the AWP. It's great to see that he managed to pick up the early frag here in the mid doors, but just give him the freedom to roam around the map. Perhaps he can find some other opportunities in long, perhaps short. I think, no, he doesn't really have a good long spawn, but he could still find some impact, maybe once again in middle. Let's see if he has what it takes. No jump, though. Ooh, there was a jump, but of course Mo doesn't catch it.
Not 2 times round. Will only happen once. Adren peeking first. Going to be looking for a couple of these players. Find Sorrow. They know that someone's inside a pit right now. They find that as well. It's just aggressive from the K23 guys. Smiley's going to be able to get a trade, but it's only one. Needs to go for the peak, but the smoke is essentially working like a brick wall against him right now. As it dissipates and a molly lands, he's still going to be holding in this approach. Sprint boost. Oh, that did not work out at all. And it almost landed the Dren. That is death, essentially. But Norbert finds one. Molly going to go down as well. They know that Smiley's running. They caught him. Flash goes up. Smiley flashed himself. Winter's up short.
Norbert's positioning, though, it's just going to be too good.
Oh, not. Oh, not. Oh, caster's curse there, Danny.
Oh, he got me. It got me, but it got Norbert even harder. 2v2. The players of 100PG, they gotta try to go for this retake. They still can pull it off. Even though Neelan is in a prime position with the AWP, we're gonna have to wait and see how long can Fame hold on here at Slope. Because look at Smiley's positioning. He's getting dangerously close. He's making a lot of noise as well. Fame loses the fight. It's going to come down to Neelan. That's an easy frag. But Winter, as we can see, he's going to back away from this one. He at least recovers the AWP. And with him having no defuse kit, then for sure just try to save that weapon of yours. And K23 definitely got close there. Once we see Norbert losing it short, they're thinking, okay, TV2, suddenly 100PG have a chance. They win the fight against Fame, but again, it's Nealand's positioning that seals the deal.
This push is so good. They gain so much information, so much ground in just a few moments. First couple of kills from Nealand are fantastic. That final one to essentially solidify the round as well. Winter getting taken down. It's 13-9 right now. K23 almost another guaranteed round here as well. Only an AWP to really contest with, and Sora and Smiley can't decide who needs to have it. It's over on the A site, and it's a slow push onto B instead. Norbert quickly out onto the site instead. Takes down Winter, traded instantly back by Iceman. Now going to be looking for this execute onto the site. They need to get actual bomb plant site control. It's all well and good having the door, but that's not where you win the round. Minute 15 on the clock, plenty of time. That's almost been cut in half.
I mean, that's the thing. Once the bomb gets planted, you can see the players of 100PG just hightailing out of here.
Yeah.
They don't want to be part of this one.
Well, it's because their economy was already fragmented at the beginning of this, right? They were all sitting around about 2k. There was the AWP in the hands of Smiley, and they gambled on our site. And that's what you have to do in those sort of situations. You have to have people to be able to back you up to be able to recover that AWP. Because most likely what would have happened, Smiley would have taken an aggressive angle out long. Someone would have been backing him up over towards Calf halfway through long. If Smiley gets taken down, someone else runs, grabs that AWP. They don't take another fight. They just run. They save that AWP. Your AWPer has been taken down. There's nothing else that's really going to happen. Just try and pick up a couple of frags here and there with your pistols, but not even that was possible. K23, a 14th round underneath their belt, but now the economy's looking a little bit healthier for 100PingGods, but they need to make this round count. If this doesn't count, they don't get a 10th round here. They're in the mud when it comes down to what they can actually do at a 15-9 situation.
That's the thing right now. 15-9 is on the table. K23, loads of utility being used here in long, but this is not the commitment. They're being fooled here. Look at K23. They've used so much utility towards long. They believe this is going to be the A hit, but instead K23 fully focused towards middle. And of course, there's also the kills coming through once more. Iceman holding the angle.
Wow.
It looks like they've done it. Iceman, massive frags. Mo goes down as well. So even though initially the fake looks superb, it seems like it's a great choice, a perfect decision at the right time, it's still not enough. The push towards middle is a failure.
That has not gone well. They got a lot of control. But 100PingGods did exactly what they needed to do. They kept enough players alive where it didn't hurt their economy due to the fact that they all died, essentially. They have a full buy in this round again to be able to ensure that they're still in this game. And they brought K23 onto the brink of bankruptcy. If 100PingGods can win this round, I think there's a real chance they move up to 12, maybe 13.
Oh, this is going to be Sorrow holding the position from CT spawn, but not seeing anything on the side of K23. They're being very careful about this one because in the previous round, that was a fast play. Some nice decision making, but at the very end, the setup just doesn't go their way. I mean, it was surprising to know that the player towards long also managed to pick up the kill. Still not enough, though. This time, it's going to be a simple split towards the A-bomb site. I don't think they're going to try to go for any sort of double or triple fakes. It's time to get the kills, and that's a massive pickup early on. Nealand gets the frag here, Duke Sur, as Smiley's getting close and dangerously so as he gets rid of Norbert. Smiley, though, deals the damage as well, but it's Sorrow from Elevator picking up the 2, dealing the damage. And he could try to cross this one, Mo. It's going to be quite difficult, though. 30 seconds, though. Sees the player, but can't land the shot. The smoke has faded, and so Mo has to peek, and well, it's going to be a double peek in return as 100PG secure round number 25.
The communication on that double peak was fantastic. 100PingGods. They were they were directly in line with each other. One in CT, one on catwalk. The fact that they both swung at the same time, I wonder if it'd be shown as a matter of fact. Let's see what Sorrow does here. Rams down on 2, looks for the 3rd, and it's going to be clean. And so essentially what happened there when he was holding inside of CT is that it was directly reflected up catwalk. There was just 2 players there. You're peeking with an AWP. You can't hit 2 shots like that instantaneously. That is the definition of a perfect double peak. Really, really nice there from 100PingGods. And now we see K23 down on pistols. Not to say that Deagles aren't strong, but when only 2 of the 5 players on your team have committed into them, you're not looking like a healthy round. Maybe 1 kill, recover a weapon, run for the hills, but that's essentially all we can see.
Oh, here as well. You're absolutely right about it. They can perhaps recover 1 or 2 rifles out of this one, but even so, K23, I think they definitely want to play with the the AK-47s of their own rather than pick up those Western weapons. Perhaps the 1AWP could be a massive pickup, and maybe the AUG could also be of use. But yeah, you're not expecting too much out of K23, but I'm also liking the setup here from 100PG. They're not going for any aggressive maneuvers. The only player that's holding somewhat of a more aggressive angle was, in fact, Smiley. That's a little bit awkward because the players pouring from both sides, and it feels like 100PG just weren't really aware of it. Mo, good pickup here on Sorrow. Neil and Mo going to continue on with a push, but once again, this will be a victory for 100PG.
Mo just weakening himself up a little bit, just for his opponents. Wants to help them out. I appreciate that. Don't want to make it too hard for them. 20 seconds on the clock, and it's actually, yeah, we're in a situation where Mo doesn't have anything worth saving. A single deagle is nowhere near worth what you'll be getting for loss bonus, so you want to die in that situation. You want to get taken down. You want to ensure that you can get the full amount of money possible. If 100PingGods were really trying to be aggressive, they would have essentially just waited, I would say, until time ticked all the way down and then gone for the kill. Just maybe they lose 1 person. If the time ticks and you get to 0, then he gets taken down. Mo's just out of this round. But instead, there is going to be a full buy for all 5 players on K23. The economy has worked out well for them. 100PingGods, though, if they can take them down, round number 14 is going to be guaranteed. We'll have a level playing field. And then we move into very, very influential territory. This is a much better performance than what I expect from 100PingGods. Of course, we know that they like Dust2. A 62% win rate on HLTV is always good, especially with like 30 to 40 games that they've played on it in the last 3 months. But we also know that from previous experience, K23, they're not scared to play this map, and they played against 100PingGods very well in the past. Frags are now going to come out for K23 themselves. They've picked up 2 so far. Sorrow and Winter taken out. Adren with that opening pick with the AWP. Gives it back to the main AWPer in Mo. An aggressive push here from Duke. He's been relatively quiet the last few rounds, considering he popped off hugely in that first half.
Yeah, Duke's been somewhat quiet, but at the same time, he just really hasn't had a lot of opportunities to shine, I'd say. Surely he had his moments towards long, but K23 seems to have been focusing some of the other areas of the map more so. For example, the B-bomb set in short rather than long. As now we're going to see 100PG. I mean, this is a very awkward position to be in. 5 versus 3. Adren is just keeping a close eye on things. There's always the potential push. Got to be careful of it. But with 35 seconds remaining, I'd say if you're K23, you probably want to move in one of the bomb sites sooner rather than later. That's going to be a great pickup here from Duke. And now with 25 seconds, it felt like they want to try to move in towards long, but right now, it's going to have to be a B push. 20 seconds, that's not a lot of time.
They are literally working on the wire right now. They are not expecting Iceman to be holding here. And look at it with the AUG. He's spamming down as many as he can, but he only finds ship damage 10 seconds. Get on the site, man. You can't be waiting. You need to plant the bomb. Duke Vasura's pushed on through, but Norbert says no. Get out of my server. It's 15 to 12.
Absolute amazing victory here from K23 because it looked like the strategy they want to go for is the push on the A bomb site. The one problem was that Adren ends up dying to Duke. And so what they decide, you know what? 20 seconds, let's just go towards the B bomb site. That was such a ballsy maneuver from K23, but luckily for them, the push towards the site was great. They don't end up losing a single player. They eliminate Iceman as early as possible, and from there on out, it becomes a lot easier to win the round. And as you can see, 100PG trying to go for the aggressive maneuvers, but it's not a good start.
Yeah, certainly not what they wanted, and well, there's now just no backup inside of Mir. They've spotted out the single Deagle player in the form of Duke. He's been quite an influential force on 100PingGods throughout this first map of this best of 3, but I don't think there's going to be any more influence to be gained. Fame soon to be flashing over. Duke, is he ready for the peak? Well, he's going to peek it either way if he was ready or not. Mo now going to be waiting. Smoke goes in. Is there a gap? It's a massive one. He's going to be able to find the head of Iceman due to it. Looks for the second as well, but Winter does just crawl away, creeping around. 55 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time to be able to choose a bomb site. Looks like A is going to be their favorite one right now. Norbert holding inside the corner. About to be collapsed upon, though. Not expecting the long push. Spots him down. Tries to go for the frag, but instead Winter finds the kill. AK now going to be recoverable. I mean, it's going to be an incredibly hard round for 100PingGods to be able to win, but they've got to go for it. It's the end of the game for crying out loud. Mo finds the opening kill through the smoke. Winter out of the round. Looking for the ace now. He's on for it. No, he's not. Neelan finds the final 2. It all falls apart. Commiserations to 100PingGods. They lose their map pick, remember, of Dust2, K23. It took them a few rounds towards the end there, but they were indeed able to finish the job and secure that first map as their own.
Yeah, definitely the players of K23 managed to step up when it mattered most. I mean, that seems to be the storyline of this very first map. There were really some good moments on the side of K23. Adren pulling off an amazing clutch. Mo as well with the AEWP. And these weren't necessarily the players that were, you know, on the very top of the scoreboard. If anything, there were somewhat there at the bottom, but they still had an impactful performance. And of course, then you cannot deny the impact that some of the other players had. It's Neelan, it's Norbert as well, also able to step up when it mattered most. And I mean, that's just the nature of a map like Dust2. You know, this may be your map pick. You may have some strategies involved, but in the case of K23, they also had some setups of their own, but they also just had some better individuals able to outfrag the side of 100PG.
Yeah, exactly. K23 ending with 2 players and 23 kills. Norbert and Neelan, fantastic performances from them. Mo, 20 kills to his name. Sora and Smiley were the only 2 people on 100PG close to 20 kills. We had 20 and 21. Yeah, I mean, it all came down to that. We're going to be moving to a map which is a little bit more tactics central, I would argue, though, in the form of Overpass. Are we going to see another 2-0 in this? Well, in the first day, essentially? Are K23 going to be able to close out their map pick, or are 100PingGods going to take us to the third and final map of Inferno? Grab yourself a snack, grab yourself something to eat. We're going to chuck to a very short break, and when we're back, we'll find out. See you soon.